Good morning, or is it noon? I'm not even sure what time it is. Oh, it's 1 o'clock. Welcome to the Jeff Michaels Show. This is the first installment for 2017. And this year's going to be a little different for me, as most of you realize, but I also turned 50 this year. So originally the plan was, Randy had talked about years for doing a big 50th birthday party for me, but I'm not even sure I really want to do that now. So I have decided that I'm going to do something a little different from doing a big party. I've decided that this year I'm going to go to 50 places that I've never been. Now that doesn't mean that it's going to be, across the world or, long trips, that kind of thing. There may be some of that involved. I don't know yet. I have to kind of see. But what I'm going to do is go 50 places that I've never been. So being January 1st, and by the way, today is my mother's birthday. Happy birthday, Mom. So I have to throw that in there. And I am at the Sunsphere in Knoxville at the 1982 World's Fair site. And, I lived in Knoxville for a long time. I was at Johnson Bible College for 2 years that I lived here. And we came down to this place all the time, to the World's Fair Park. But you couldn't come into the Sunsphere. You couldn't go up into it. So this is my first time. I've never been here before. And I'm going to try to walk around and let you kind of see a little bit of out the windows. Hello, Gloria. I know you want your name said. You're probably going to be the only shout out today. Think of yourself highly, Gloria. And did you have a heart attack? Anyway, so I'm at the Sunsphere, 1982 World's Fair site. For a long time it was closed to the public. You couldn't come up in here. And then there was a time that they opened it briefly, and I'd have to research the history again, but they had it closed for a while. Then they opened it for a little bit, then it closed again. Now it's open again to the public all the time. You just come up, you take the elevator to the 4th floor, and you have an incredible view, 360-degree view of Knoxville, which is really, really cool. So this is number 1 on my 50 places in my 50th year. And I have some other things in mind, and I'm going to try to do, I figure, there's 52 weeks in a year, so if I can do one place per week, then I've got it made. And again, they may not be places that are far from home. They may be places in South Carolina that I've never been. There's several places, like the Congaree National Forest, I think, or I'm not sure if that's a national park. Congaree National Park, it's outside of Columbia. Some of these places may be places near you, and I may give you a message and say, hey, I'm going to be in your area. You never know. I do sort of have in my mind, I could take this hat off, it's getting hot in here. I have in mind to do a road trip out west to see my friend Sydney Kinnear, and she lives out in Arizona. So I've never been out west, and that trip will knock a lot of places out that I've never been to before. So this is Happy New Year to everybody. This is the beginning of a new journey for me, and it will be hopefully fun, maybe a little educational, and it's just another step forward in life. So that's all for right now, and I'm going to try to walk around here with you, or at least you now know what I'm doing. So now I'm going to try to turn the camera around so you can kind of get a view. I'm going to do the whole Sunsphere, walk around the whole Sunsphere, so you can see the view from up here. And if you ever get a chance to come to Knoxville, again, this is free admission. You just push the button on the elevator, ride it to the top, or to 4th floor, and it's right there for you. So I'm going to turn the camera around now and give you a little taste of what you would see. So, Happy New Year to everyone. Be back in a minute. That would be downtown Knoxville. As you can see, the sphere, when you're looking down, you're looking straight down. Hey Andy, hey Rebecca, hey Sydney. Give a little shout out to some of you folks that can see now. Hey Trisha Myers, hey Ed, Jarnigan. Who else have I got on there? That's about it, but Now this is looking south towards South Knoxville, and there's a church right there that my good friend Tim Bellflowers, that lives in Charlotte now, he used to play the organ, I believe, at that church. Barry, what's the name of that church over there?
Church Street United Methodist.
Church Street United Methodist Church. I hope y'all can hear me. I know the camera's turned around the other way, and sometimes that doesn't get good sound. And then you come on around here, and you've got the UT campus, and you can see the World's Fair Park site below. And that's the amphitheater down there. Many, many, many nights we played around and sang on that stage when I was in college. Again, all this over here is UT campus. And along the way they have all these little things saying, you know, different things, and some of them are interesting history, things like that. Hey Rebecca, I don't know if I said hello to you. That's looking out west. Now I think we're going north, or no, I'm sorry, that's probably north actually. And I love this view right here. To most people it's not a big deal, but looking right here, you see this big interchange. Years and years and years ago, they called this Spaghetti Junction because it was such a nightmare with the highways coming through back in the, like, I guess probably late 70s, somewhere in there. And I remember coming through here to go to the mountains on vacation with Mom and Diana. And it was always so confusing. But where those cars, I don't know if you can see them. Let's see if I can zoom in on that. Yeah, right up here where these cars are coming over. When you come into town that way from I-75 south and come straight into Knoxville, the view is amazing with the Sunsphere and the city, the skyline and all that. It is incredible. So all of you that live up north that ever come through this way, try that sometime. Come down 75 and come right into downtown Knoxville that way. Even if you're gonna, you know, just take a little side street through downtown Knoxville for a minute, it's worth it. It's a pretty cool trip. So we're just about back to where we started. Back to downtown. And you can see UT is everywhere. They have buildings everywhere. They're such a huge, huge thing now. So, there you go. That is the Knoxville Sunsphere for the 1982 World's Fair site. And like I said, there'll be more sites to come. I don't know how often. They may be multiples in one day, maybe another, I don't know. Maybe just, you might miss a week or so. So I'm gonna do my best to hit 50 sites in this entire year. And I'm gonna hopefully do live every time I can get to a new spot, depending on whether I have service where I'm going. So anyway, love you guys, and I hope you all have a happy new year, and to remember to get out there and enjoy your life.